Is he Einstein? I don't know. That's not what sets him apart. What sets him apart is that he had a belief in meaningful work. He was willing to throw his heart and mind into something because he knew he'd get something back.
What if I told you that boredom is like a death penalty? Would you think I'm exaggerating? Well, the truth is, boredom can be just as deadly as physical punishment. Why? Because it slowly drains the life out of you, leaving us feeling empty and without purpose. Boredom may seem like a minor issue, but it can have serious consequences on our mental health, social relationships, and overall well-being. Let's dive into why boredom is like a death penalty and how we can break free from its grasp. Boredom is often considered a trivial and unimportant issue. Like, how often do we say to each other, "Man, I'm so bored, like I have nothing to do." But to understand why boredom can be so destructive, let's first define it. Boredom is the state of feeling disinterested, restless, and unengaged. It can occur when we are not occupied with something that we find meaningful or stimulating, or when we are unable to find meaning or stimulation in the activities we are engaged in. Focus on those two words again, meaningful and stimulating. Now, that doesn't mean that everything you do 24/7 has to be meaningful, but big picture, it needs to be there. Remember, as humans, we are goal-oriented. We have to feel like we are working or moving towards something that we give value and importance to. Boredom can lead us to feel hopeless and lost, with no clear direction or clarity. When we are bored, we may feel like our lives lack meaning, and that we're just going through the motions. This can lead to a sense of despair and lack of motivation to pursue our goals and dreams. Over time, this compounds and can cause us to feel like we are just existing rather than truly living, which obviously is incredibly distressing. Imagine you wake up one day and you think, what am I doing with my life? And trust me when I say this, everyone has had that thought at some point. Next, when we are bored, our minds stray. They start to wander. That may dwell into negative thoughts and emotions. You start to think, well, I'm not sure what I should be doing with my life. And then the negative thoughts creep in, like unwanted weeds in the garden. This can lead to anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues. And because of this, we may turn to unhealthy coping mechanisms, such as overeating, substance abuse, or compulsive behaviors to just fill that void. We can then spiral so low that it's difficult to find our way back out. Next, boredom can also have a detrimental effect on our social relationships. When we are bored, we are much less likely to engage with others and may withdraw from meeting our friends or even leaving the house. This can lead us to feeling isolated and lonely, which can further exacerbate our feelings of boredom and disinterest. Are you starting to see how vicious this circle can be? All this from, quote, being bored. Finally, boredom can rob us of the ability to enjoy life. When we are bored, we may feel like nothing is fun or interesting, and we may struggle to find joy in the things that we used to find joy in, that used to bring us pleasure. This can make life feel monotonous and unfulfilling, which can be incredibly disheartening. It can also lead to a lack of creativity and imagination, as you may struggle to come up with new ideas and ways of thinking. You get stuck in this rut and just have no idea how to get out. So, what can you do about it? Well, in the words of Malcolm Gladwell, who you saw at the start of the video, the author of a fantastic book which I recommend guys, Outliers, he says there are three main components for any work that you do in life to be meaningful. And those are, number one, there must be a clear relationship between effort and reward. However you measure that reward, that could be more money, more respect, more responsibility, or maybe all of those things put together. Number two, there must be varying complexity to the work that you do. If you do exactly the same sets of things every single day, that's definitely a recipe for boredom. One of the best things about being a doctor is you never know what type of patient is going to walk through that door. And finally, number three, autonomy. Because nobody likes to be micromanaged. Now, when you're new to something, yes, you need to be shown the ropes, but once you start to feel comfortable, you kind of just want to crack on in your own way and express yourself. That's autonomy. So here's my challenge to you. Sit down and ask yourself, when was the last time I felt challenged? When was the last time I felt stimulated and alive when I was doing something? And finally, what small changes can I make towards finding more meaningful work, hobbies, and ways to spend my time? Comment below on what you discover, guys. I'll leave you with this. The cure for boredom starts with curiosity. So start getting curious. As always, I'll leave you with my mantra: have more, do more, be more. Be sure to subscribe, share, and like. Send this to one person who really needs to hear this message, and I'll see you in the next video.